at Monte Carlo. You got Owen as well, the lead commentator for PSGL F1, as we watch Big C skirt around here as we wait to see whether the stream is live. But we're still on board with Big C as he goes through the swimming pool, and this man has been aging so vociferously over the years, and today he'll be having one more sleep as Leona Lewis's hit Christmas single goes by the name of, as he crosses the line, and Big C cannot improve significantly, goes up to 11th at the moment.
I must say though, in typical Monaco style, the gaps were nice and close, or at least they were until Louis got some clean air. That was a great lap. 1 minute 8.4. Because he obviously had Lee's traffic earlier, and you can see there, way ahead of his teammate. From Monaco standards, 1.5 tenths, that's pretty impressive.
No, very, very impressive. And, you know, we've got Mark Alimonda here, a man who commentated PSGL F1 from season 18, and let me see if I can get this correct, till season 22 or 21. It was either or. But we've got Mark Alimonda with us to say a few words about Big C.
Good evening, guys. It's like one of those Doctor Who specials when you got the past, present and future guys in the role. But it's good to be on a PSGL F1 broadcast. Just for a little cameo here, and hello to you, Aaron and Owen, who in your own way have done a great job in this particular tier. But yeah, in terms of Big C, well, you know, his achievements on track speak for themselves, but from a personal point of view, he was the one who appointed me as the PSGL F1 lead commentator back in season 18, and that was pretty much where I started, and after that is where, you know, sort of led to everything I've done in terms of the commentary arena since then. So I have to always very grateful for him giving me that particular opportunity back then.
And what about his demeanour?
Well, as you know, Aaron, he can be a prickly customer sometimes, but he's usually very respectful. And of course, in terms of the community, he's got you know, a reputation and a legacy that it may take some time for someone else to even get close to.
No,
What's that? I don't actually think anyone will ever get close to it, because no one's got the time. Since F1 2013, no one's ever going to have the time for that ever again.
It's not about time, it's about commitment, it's about dedication, it's about heart and passion.
Have you played this game?
Oh, there's a reason why I've retired before this. But honestly, you know, Big C, I think he means a lot to everyone in the PSGL community. You know, I kind of helped, you know, start the engine for Big C, but the most important thing Big C's done is you know, continue that legacy and really help PSGL grow and develop. And it was in fact his idea to make PSGL a tiered system, you know, showing some forward thinking. You know, this man, you know, is the reason why PSGL is where it is today, and you know, you've got to respect this man for who he is. You know, he's done it all and he's out here for one more sleep.
Yeah, I think in some ways, given the candor, it's kind of a shame that his last race is on a track where it's difficult to overtake, so he could have done like an alternate strategy which is designed to have the best tyres and give us a bit of an overtaking show. But I'm sure he will approach it with the usual preparation.
Yeah, and Owen, you know, you've not known Big C as long, but you know, what does this man mean to you on an emotional level?
Well, I mean, I know him as a guy that invited me to PSGL just last season for the F2 commentary, and you know, after one season, put me up to F1. I mean, that to me, I think that's quite cool. That they have that much respect for me already, put me up straight away, and he seems to think I'm doing quite a good job as well. So I've got respect for him. He's got good respect for me. And I think we're making it work, and it's, I think, helping the league go up a little bit. It's good when people work well within a league, and he's easy to work with, and I hope I'm easy to work with him as well. But yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, and you know, while we are on board with Big C during this Monaco qualifying session, you know, all the other drivers, you know, pale in comparison. You know, this day is all about Big C, and it should be a celebration of a man who's achieved so much. Just going to ask both of you for your highlight moments that you've witnessed throughout Big C's career, you know, whether that's on or off track. So I'm just going to start with you, Mark.
Well, I think his pole lap at Monaco back in season 19. That was one of the best commentary, one of the best pole laps, I should say, that I covered during my time PSGL F1. And also, he was involved in some fantastic battles against Game with the Best, which were some of the best battles I've seen in PSGL F1. But also, from a more comical standpoint, he did unfortunately do one of the worst overtake attempts I've ever seen, and that was during my final PSGL F1 commentary officially. I still crack up about it now because I know that Big C was just, well, it's the last race, I'm just going to do a massive launch from here. But you go back to that Abu Dhabi race from season 21, you can see that, and my reaction was true. But yeah, I think there was a British Grand Prix back in season 18, which featured my favourite on-track battle, and Big C was involved in one of those up against Game of the Best. So that's really worth checking out. They were fighting for third place all the way to the line at Silverstone, so that's one to check out. That's the British Grand Prix from season 18.
Yeah, I'm sure you could post the links up there on Twitter later. You know, Mark Allimond, always a man for a few extra views on that YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe.
Gotta pay the bills, Aaron. Gotta pay the bills.
I understand. You know, money doesn't come easily in the Alimonda household these days. And you know, just gonna ask you, Owen. You know, what are your highlights of this legendary man?
Well, this is going to sound a bit awkward, but I don't really have many because I came in too late. I missed his prime. I mean, I guess he gave me my chance here, which is good, but on track he's in a bit of a disaster, quite frankly. I hope he can do something good tonight, maybe. But I must say, looking at his quality pace so far, and you haven't been looking at his laps jumping too much, but he's been looking good. Maybe he'll make a good highlight tonight, but
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say, honestly, sadly.
No, that's fine.
No wonder he's leaving, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the qualifying results on the screen. You know, everybody's got eyes. You can see where everyone is. But as I said, you know, Owen, you know, it is all about Big C. It's, you know, all about him. You know, you can't, you know, distract from that. And, you know, for me, I've got a lot of things to say about Big C. You know, he's a friend. You know, he's one of the main reasons I stuck around in PSGL as long as I did. You know, I was the one who recruited him to this site. You know, I got him on that PSGL F1 grid, and you know, I got him there to stay, and we always had each other's backs out there on the track. You know, even though we were fierce rivals, you know, there'd always be some underhand payments on PayPal should people need to be sorted out at particular races or events. But for me, one of my main highlights with Big C would be our race-long battle at Shanghai. Back in season 10, it was the penultimate race of season. Me and Remco were practically level on points. I was first, Big C was second, and Remco was third. Remco was 20 seconds or so down the road, but me and Big C were battling out for the win, and Big C showed incredible respect in his wheel-to-wheel battling, despite being 2 seconds a lap faster than me, because that's how overpowered he was in wet weather back in the day. He was very respectful wheel-to-wheel, and yeah, that was one of my main highlights. But obviously, I got to see this man win 7 titles, and he's out here again, you know, hoping for, you know, one more last hurrah. It won't be an 8th, but could he, you know, get that dream podium, you know, or a dream point, or a dream win? But I guess for him to finish would be an achievement in itself.
Well, I must say, again, on his pace so far today, there is some potential there. He could get himself up into that top 5 if he really gets a proper lap together. We've obviously got all the shouting contenders there, all the laps as well. So yeah. The 2 Williams, they're going to be crossing the line before Connor. So I want to watch Louis first because he's heading to the back now.
Yeah,
provisional
that's fine.
pole sitter, of course.
That's
up
fine.
by 9,000 so far on this lap. He's hit the wall.
I can
That
see
might
some
not help.
smoke. I can see some smoke puffing out the back of Pixie's car.
Oh dear. Oh, there's a car on the wall there. That was a Renault. And Blizzard's gone. So both of the Williams have had pretty poor laps. Is it going to be Sparks' day? He's going, I think, for a second run, or is he just giving up? Lickle, how have you done that, lad? At 1 minute 8 dead.
My goodness.
And you wonder why I stopped racing. How has anyone meant to beat that? What corner did he cut? He must have cut a corner.
Doesn't matter about Lickle. Doesn't matter about anybody else on the grid. It's about Big C's time here to shine. Currently 15. Breaks his wing. And he could be starting in 15. Oh, my goodness me. Oh,
well, he's not actually damaged the car, but he's definitely not made the corner.
This is a disgraceful lap.
You failure.
No, it's a good qualifying position. 15th, nabs ahead of 4 other cars, but see your teammate on pole position. Man, that's gonna hurt.
I don't know how he did it. I genuinely don't know how he's nearly 4/10 quicker than the mighty Louis around Monaco.
He often does go quick at Monaco, Lickle. I mean, the race I posted on Twitter, Lickle was on P2 that day, so he's always been pretty strong around the streets of Monte Carlo.
I can see people in the chat are saying, I think Tom's complaining that I'm, focusing on the other 18 drivers and covering Connor. I'm doing my job here. I've been employed to talk about everyone.
Don't worry,
okay?
don't worry. We'll give you a free pass. I've had a word with Human Fish, and he says he wants to see Big C. Human Fish is a site owner. He owns Big C. You know.
Are we just going to stick the camera on Big C for the entire race?
I don't.
I've been
the
employed.
Man deserves his respect.
There's
Connor Cam. There you go. Connor Cam.
Well, that's what we need. Split screen. Do you know what that's what we will actually? We need the whole spectator mode redone, but a split screen.
Run down the qualifying results.
Right then, so for those of you who care, Lickle's on pole. I wish I could have seen that lap. It was absolutely incredible. Nearly 4/10 clear of Louis in second, and it's Sparks third, with Will Murdoch, the F2 champion, fourth, Casper fifth, Blizzard sixth, Nolan seventh, Lakitu eighth, Jake 6th, 9th, and Nick 10th. They're all on the sauce, so they'll start on those. Lee 11th, Ash Best 12th, Zenki 13th, Francis 14th, Connor 15th, Alfie 16th, Midnight, Calzo, and then Toby right at the back. And another good performance there from Will. You'll love to see it. F2 champion. Go on, lad.
Yeah, and I think that is going to be my cue to head to the stands and enjoy this race. So good luck, guys, on another race, and I hope you enjoy it. Doing a great job as always. It's been great to be here briefly, but always good to hear your voices.
It's a delight to have you here, Mark. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your kind words, and enjoy the rest of your delightful evening.
Well, all the best to Big C on a wonderful career in PSGL, and best luck for all your future endeavours. Goodbye.
Thank you. All the best.
See ya.
Owen, what an emotional qualifying that was. I'm actually, tearing up at Big C's last race. No, I'm not really, but it's an emotional day. And I think, for Lickle Blocks to get pole position, I think that's brilliant. He's a man who I've supported ever since he joined the PSGL site. I was one who advocated for him to be in the F1 league when I was an F2 admin. I promoted him up. So it's good to see him up there, and hopefully he can bring it home.
Well, of course, this brings a great team order into the aspect, doesn't it, if he can keep the lead? I'm sure Con will be giving some of those underhand payments to try and keep Lickle in the lead as long as possible. Get a wee train going, you never know. But I just want to see that lap. I know it's all about Connor today, but I want to see how he did that, because that was an incredible lap from Lickle. Nearly into 1 minute 7s. And honestly, if Connor could just get through turn 1, then I'm happy enough, because I'm very nervous for him down there. But let's see, he's actually got the softs off. He's on mediums, as are Lee, Ashbest, Zenki, Francis, and Toby. Calzo is on the hards. and the rest are on the soft. So a few alternate strategies out there today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't recognise most of the names on the grid, you know, apart from Ash Best, Lee Finley, Little, and most importantly, Big C. You know, it's the man, you know, who needs the result today. He needs it. You know, it doesn't matter how it comes. He needs something to show for his final outing. You know, something to celebrate. Something, you know, to tell the grandchildren in 30, 40 years' time. You know, this may be the last time you ever see.
I thought we already had grandchildren.
Ah, God fucking knows. You know, I'm sorry. This man, you know, he's done it all. He's done it all. You know, he's probably been on a few boozy nights, you know, down in Brighton, and you know, he's had a few all at once. But this man, Big C, you know, one of the most promiscuous drivers on that grid. You know, he's been around the block. You know, so it's 100 and, you know, 91st or 92nd race. This man just cannot stop. He's had so many podiums, so many wins that we've even lost count. He's just such a legendary driver. And look at that, there's a Force India there holding people up. I think it's LR Nick.
Yeah, I actually think it's Lee Finley that's the main issue with that, actually. He's actually overtaken the Racing Point and just sort of held it all up. But we're all lining up on the grid now then. So it's Little on pole. Crucially for the championship, Louis is way ahead of his teammate, especially for Monaco terms. So Blizzard's going to have to do something special into turn 1. But on Connor's final PSGL appearance, let's just keep our fingers crossed he gets through turn 1, and then we'll see how the other 39 laps go for him as the 5 lights come on ahead of the drivers. We are away at Monaco. Little gets off the line very well. He should keep that lead into turn 1, unless Louis seriously tries it.
Oh, he's got to force it off. He's got to.
That's a very good move. He's made it work beautifully around the outside. Louis with the second phase at the start there, getting himself instantly in the race. And surely we're going to see the Alfa Romeo back up. Bit of contact there with Sparks as well. But Louis, the championship leader, the man who's dominated this whole season, is away and away well. Casper side by side with Blizzard, trying to get up to 5th place, the championship contender, flying around the outside of the slowest corner on the calendar.
Oh, there's issues. There's issues. Big C around the outside of Ash Best.
Oh,
he's
beautiful.
Moved up into 14th place, and Big C forcing his way through. Ash Best, the washed up champion, Ash Best being forced out of the way by the old guard Big C, and Alfa Romeo is up into 14th place. Look at that, Owen, that is brilliant. Big C in 14th, 4 places away from the points. This man is living on cloud 9 at the moment.
Well, let's see if we can actually get into the points in the coming laps. There's a few guys ahead of him on the alternate strategy. We'll just have to wait and see how it works. Any safety cars or anything in the middle of the race could be what makes his day today, so we'll wait and see. But he's through lap 1, that's the important thing. 2 people are already pitting, Jacotex and Midnight, the 2 Mercedes boys, in big trouble. But Louis is second clear already. He's going to run away a bit now, I reckon. That's him. Sort of. Look at this, we've got a proper scrap for 9th place. Connor's now at the 13th, he's right on the back of all this now. Because the Red Bulls are fighting so hard with Francis and Lee.
Yeah, I do worry for Lee Finley. This man, you know, he's been broken for seasons and seasons. You know, this man has always got a mistake in him. And look at that Big C waiting for his moment. He's looking to pounce there behind Lee Finley. So it is going to be a long, tasty affair. As you know, in Monaco, you don't get to see that much overtaking. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
This is all about a waiting game now. As I say, it's 39 laps right here. You're not going to get many opportunities to overtake. You need to make sure if you're going for it, it's an actual opportunity, or else you're going to find yourself in the wall. This is why I'm saying strategy is probably the most important part here, because it's pretty difficult to overtake on this game as it is. So put Monaco into the mix. Just don't. There's no point. So you're either going to get by on a mistake, a ridiculously opportunistic move, or just strategy. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, at the moment it looks like everyone's just sort of sitting back, waiting for something to happen ahead of them, pretty much.
Yeah, I've just seen something in the chat there, Owen. Apparently the hard tyres are very dreadful, according to pit lane analysis reporter Mark Alimonda. Apparently the hard tyres are not good, but we've had 3 drivers pit for them on the opening lap. And I may just say something here. Pitting for the hards on lap 1 isn't exactly a bad option, because if you've got trains up and down the field, if you've got someone with damage, well, you know, if there's people picking up damage and then pitting later, you can actually undercut quite a lot of that field and gain a lot of positions. Back in season 19, I started down in 16th and I managed to finish 9th because I undercutted so many drivers by pitting on the first lap for the hard tyres. I mean, obviously, you know, I planned to pit on first lap, but Ugi Azim made sure of it with his laggy car that evening.
Wow. Whoa, what's all this about then? We've got Louis and Will. Are they going to go for hards? Front wing change for both of them, I'd imagine then. So they've had a pretty rough time already then. So they are both going on the hards. Race leader and 4th at the time have hit the wall. So Monaco already biting back, down to 16th and 17th. The 2 Mercedes are nowhere near them, so they're not going to challenge. But yeah, okay, let's see if these tyres are as bad as we think. Because I mean, Calzo was so slow. But this is exactly what Blizzard was looking for. He needed something to happen today, and he's up to 3rd now, facing the leaders. Can he get up to them? Because if he can,
Owen,
he's facing a pretty big points game.
Owen, I'm just hearing that a good friend of Big C's, Maxi Luca, wants to have a few words. I'm hearing that Maxi Luca wants to have a few words live on stream. You know, he's one of Big C's best friends in PSGL. I don't know if that could be a possibility, but it's only right that Big C gets what he wants.
Well, I don't even know if I have him on PSN. Nolan's in the pits as well. Has he hit the wall too? A lot of people are making huge mistakes early on in this race. These hard tyres are getting way more uses than I thought they ever would.
That's why, if you pit on that one, you know, as your strategic plan and just finish the race on that set of tyres, you can undercut so many drivers who pick up damage. You know, if I was Big C, I would have told him, just pit on that one, son. Just put the hards on and take them all the way to the end. He would be up there in probably 13th or 14th place, but yeah, a lot of those drivers will have tough evenings. They could find themselves stuck behind slower cars. That's the risk with pitting early. That is the risk. I'm just going to see if we can get Maxi Luca. Apologies for any technical issues on the stream. We do apologise. Big C will be back with us shortly. Yeah. Fucking hell, this guy's...
Green time.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You don't need to worry about things like this.
See, this is a good thing about having issues. I can now spend my whole race on the PlayStation home screen.
Exactly. You can ignore the rest of the race, you know. There's another pitter. It's Blizzard. Blizzard's in.
Wow.
Blizzard is in. Oh, my goodness. Where is he going to come out?
This.
Oh, Claire Williams licking her lips. She's licking her lips. It's Claire Williams as we see Blizzard pitting there. He's coming out of the pit.
Surely she'd be putting her fist through the TV or something watching this.
I don't know, but I can see David Moyes' eyes bulging there in the pit wall special guest.
He's jumped his teammate. Was it a scheduled stop, that?
I don't know.
Did he change the front wing?
Brilliant, brilliant. He's covering his backside.
I think that was a scheduled stop.
He's covering his backside.
Oh, that was a scheduled stop. I just watched it back. That was a scheduled stop. Okay. Game on then. As Blizzard just played himself into a winning position. Maxi Luca was here. He's now not. I think he caught a bad moment, mind you, but...
Alright,
that's a move. Look on the inside!
Oh, Lee Finley! Lee Finley! Lee Finley! On Alfie!
Oh, he's given Alfie a penalty. That's not going to go down well.
Oh, I love it. Love it. And, you know, who we've got on stream is one of my favourite people in PSGL. It's Maxi Luca, a man who's with us on this delightful evening. Maxi, you know, what are you seeing out there for your good friend Big C?
I'm seeing a lot of shit here. Pardon the language.
Have you got your
mic like 2 words in?
Yeah. Yeah, just, you know, that average Big C performance he's been doing, you know, just trotting around.
Oh, look at this. I'm sorry to interrupt this, but Lickle, I think, has put himself in the net lead with that pit stop. Because he's now got Blizzard out in the back. I know this is all a sentimental piece, but there's a proper fight for the league going on right now.
Nah, that's fine.
The pit stop has been thrown on his head, but looks
he's
in by all these... Oh, it's a crash! Big C, I think, has just lost power front wing, or someone else. He's in the back of someone. It could have been Lee Finley.
Oh, you need to fucking take him out.
Someone's lost a bit of damage there. I'm sure someone lost something. Because they all closed right up. There was definite contact.
Fucking hell, what buffoons.
Oh, they're side by side again, these two. Look at them. Lee and Alfie are so connected. There's actually no damage, I don't think. Look, there's definitely damage there. A racing point. Surely some of them hit the wall. There's bits flying everywhere.
Fucking buffoons.
I can see now why I got the job. You just can't speak intelligible English. Right,
No.
so many more petters, and this one is due to damage. I actually don't think Connor got any damage, so, you know, you're calling them buffoons and all, but this is actually playing into his hands beautifully
It
right
is.
now.
I'm just worried for this man, honestly. Like, you know, people need to treat him with some respect, you know. You don't just, you know, battle like idiots in front of a 7-time champion. You've got to show him some respect.
Nolan's gone. Nolan's retired. First retirement of the day.
Kevin Nolan substituted off. Well, Maxie, sorry for what's just happened.
No worries,
Apologies for my language on stream. Emotional moment.
Let it all out, Aaron.
It's an emotional moment for me seeing Big C in his last race. Like, if I was out there, I'll guarantee you all other 17 drivers, they'll be back home. You know, Big C will win this race, hands down. Yeah. Right, Maxie, you know, how's it feel that Big C's retiring today? You know, what are your emotions about this man?
You know, I woke up and I, you know, checked the alarm clock, checked the date, and I saw it was, you know, Monday, and I realised it was Big C's last race, and I was over the moon here. And the fact that that man isn't taking up a seat for any more years, I think everyone, you know, in the stream can agree that that man was finished years ago, and you know, he's had his time, and it's now time to go. As Claude would say.
Calzo, sorry again to interrupt you. I think Calzo's just had an accident. He's into the pit lane. There was yellow flags, and that was at Rascas where he looked pretty slow.
Oh,
I think that's the new front wing as well. Yeah, he's put the front wing off on the left.
Yeah, I mean, Big C
Anyway,
wouldn't
go
want to
back.
go out any other better way than hearing the news that this person called Calzo is struggling. You know, I don't think he's made an impact in this league. I've never heard of the bloke, if I'm perfectly honest, but, you know, wish him
Just doing
well.
my job, you
No,
know?
it's fine, it's fine. He's broken
Big
his
C
wing.
would be happy to know that I'm watching the race.
Yeah, but Big C will be more than happy to know that he's getting the most airtime as he picks
He's
up a
got a
3-second penalty that should be removed.
A lot of penalties going through actually at this stage. I think 2 or 3. Louis got one, or I saw him at least. I think another one as well. I
Yeah,
need
just-
to get a full list at some point.
I
Jake
must
is next
say-
as well.
Sorry, Maxie.
I think Big C's got wing damage from watching on stream. So,
No,
yeah.
he's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
I
I thought he did at one point as well, because I saw there was a lot of collisions going on. I saw the front wing coming up, but it wasn't his.
Missing a lot of apex.
He's not a very good driver, though, is he? So.
But
yeah.
I must say something. You know, when you come towards the latter stages of your career, you know, when you see a driver starting to use 10-20% less track, you can see they're becoming a bit more conservative. You know, a bit like Boris Johnson. You know, a bit
I
conservative.
can't believe you've just said.
And you know, Big C, very conservative in his racing style today. You know, looking to protect himself, looking to get to the end of the race. This man said if he finishes tonight's race, he will be the happiest man on the planet. And at the moment, in 4th place, like Adrian Sutil back in 2008, Big C could be hitting the highs. The only problem is this man has got to make a pit stop, and when he does, he will feed back out all the way down in 16th place. So for Big C, the fight is on.
Oh,
for car number 15. Oh, yes.
And it's a traffic jam as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, lovely. Oh,
that
my
holds
goodness.
it up a tad.
I'll tell you
And all
what.
the guys that pitted earlier on have been held up a little bit by that, and they're now put right into a fight they didn't really want to be a part of. This
what a
helps
mess.
these guys who haven't pitted yet. This is the danger of pitting early at Monaco.
What a
Because you could just
disaster.
get caught into a situation you just don't want to be a part of. Look at Louis harrying the back of Sparks. He just can't get through. He's
Yeah,
losing so much time.
yeah, he'll get through eventually, you know. Yeah, look at that. Push him out of the way. Oh,
he's-
yes.
That's a broken wing, actually, on that McLaren. That's probably why he's taking so long to get by. But look at Lickle. He's in so much trouble. He's in huge trouble right now. He's
No,
got to get away from this pack.
He's
and
fine.
he's doing it now. It's Toby who's got massive wing damage, who's separating him from Blizzard. So that's actually very good news for him. It's gone from bad to pretty good. It looked pretty grim when I first went to him, but he's actually in a brilliant position. And this front wing damage for Toby that's a huge amount. That's going to hold these guys up massively.
Owen, you know, we just saw Ash Best spin out there. You know, he's been labelled as a washed-up driver. You know, by quite a few people on the site. You know, that's not me. You know, saying BS. You know, that's the truth. As we watch Toby Pitt. But, you know, one man who knows all about Ash Best is Maxi Luca. You know, had some fierce battles with him back in the day. You know, Maxi, what do you think about what you just saw with Ash Best?
You know, I think it's something that we're common to see in these days from, you know, the most washed up man in PSGL history. So young, so promising, and led to nothing. A B-Tech title, and for a B-Tech man. That's my fault.
Midnight, he's dead. And Calzo. I think they're both right in the pit lane though.
Yeah, well,
you
don't need drivers like that in this division. People who just give up, who quit, who walk away. And I'll tell you one man who's walking away this evening. It's Big C, leaving mid-season. You know, such is this man's hunger to get out of league racing. You know, when you know, the fun stops. Stop. That's what I've always been told. At Bet365.
Last one on the sauce in the pits now.
Yeah, moves Big C up to a podium
to
place.
See where he's going to come out though, because of all this issue with everyone being held up, penalties. I mean, you can still see it there that Louis still being held up by Sparks. This will be very interesting to see where he comes out, because he'll be playing himself into a race-winning position soon, because he's going to have much better tyres possibly, but we'll wait and see. I reckon if he can get ahead of Blizzards, he'd be alright, but he might not. In fact, he may only be ahead of Sparks if he's lucky, and he is. So that's what I'm net third, I think, at the moment, which is a pretty impressive haul. Oh, look at that! He spins off, does Louis, into the side!
Oh my goodness me! Oh, safety car!
Louis, the championship leader, is gone.
Oh
he
my
went
goodness!
For the move, and what did I say earlier? It was all about being patient. He went at the first big opportunity he had. He hit the McLaren, spun off, got collected. Will with huge damage, and I think it was Lakitu, or was it Alfie, one of the Red Bulls, who actually dealt the killing blow. This helps Connor out even more.
Fucking hell, it's like I'm watching WWE at the moment. My goodness me.
And we've still got Casper all over Blizzards. This race, really, from Monaco standards, is incredible so far. Championship leader is gone, and Blizzard will be furiously defending the second place right now, because he knows this will be his gateway back into the title fight. But look at how quick Casper is. And there's damage as well to Blizzard, as well as the penalties they've been getting. This is a really bad day for the Williams team so far.
Sorry,
and
there's
Blizzard's
a move here. Robert
McGarvey.
Sorry, Will Murdoch. Sorry, got the name wrong. Will Murdoch into the pits here. Will Murdoch, 93, getting a wing change. This is a perfect time for Big C to pit. He will get some points if he pits. You know, does he play
Casper's done it! Casper's got through, but look at the exit for Blizzard. We're getting side-by-side fighting in Monaco. This is not something you see very often. Of course, there's plenty of contact, and it hasn't quite worked out for Blizzard, but that's important, because there's a 6.7 gap now that Casper's got to start closing down to Lickle, the net race leader.
Oh, Nick's out! Nick is out! Oh my goodness me!
Jacotex has gone with him. I think they may have hit each other. Whole front wing gone
lovely,
for Jacotex.
What an awful league. What an awful
virtual safety
league.
car. This is the big opportunity now. These guys have got to pit. Francis into the pits. Lee Finley is locking up. He's got a pit as well. Connor too.
Oh yeah.
Zenki. Will he have enough time to get in?
Come on.
And this is what I was saying. I said wait for a safety car or a virtual. This is it.
Oh, you can do the undercut.
Come on,
come on. Get the undercut. Come on, Big C.
Cards are going on for all of them.
Hang on, Owen.
They should
Big
come
C.
out in
Oh, he's getting a
1,
wing
2, 3
replaced.
mostly.
Oh no. Oh no, he's not.
Who?
Oh no,
What
there's
are
a
you on
lag.
about?
There's lag. Come on, Big C. Put the fucking foot down.
Lickle just about takes the lead back.
Come on.
Lickle is just about taking the lead back. Francis was millimetres away from it, but he's now right into the leading fight. Casper will feel a bit hard done by all this. He will, in fact, he'll feel very undone. He's going to maybe get his elbows out soon. We know he can. We saw France, remember? He can do these types of strategies. But Big C, Connor, right into this fight as well. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just very elated here. I do have to apologise. You know, I'm living in the moment here, as if the stream isn't on. And Big C into 7th place. I'm so happy for this man. It's such a big moment, and you know, whatever happens tonight, this man will be leaving with a good helping of points, provided that none of the knobs behind him, you know, crash him out. Matt Z, you've seen one of your good friends here in P7 on for a very good result, good helping of points. You know, just describe the emotions at the moment.
Big C, even I'm over the moon, you know, to see Big C, you know, pick up the lower end of the points is just, you know, it's something that isn't, you know, a common occurrence these days. So, you know, like Oliver Twist, he just wants more.
Wow, Casper, that lap. He's really flying.
Forget Casper at the moment, Owen. You've got to look at this battle here for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place. This is absolutely
see how
exhilarating.
close the lead is?
Doesn't matter about the lead. These drivers are drivers at the end of the day. You know, at the end.
Yeah, this is Francis, though. Have you seen how he's been this season?
Just look at the state of him. Can I be honest? Francis is one of the worst drivers I've ever seen in my life. Can I be honest? I admin in F2.
Here he is fighting for the lead.
Yeah,
he
but
was
he's one of those.
1 second a virtual safety car extra away from having the lead.
He's a bit like West Ham.
Quicker.
He's a bit like West Ham. One race he'll be good, the next race he'll be crap. You know, there's just no consistency to this man. One man though who stood the test of time, like Big C. You know, this is a man who's gone through it all.
Look at Lee Finley, there he goes. He's going to give Blizzard a real headache here. No way through though, but that's a proper corner cut. That'll be just another warning to add to the collection. Yeah. All helping corner out, the more penalties these guys get.
If I was Big C, I'd give a 2-second gap here. I wouldn't stay this close to these drivers. I'd give a 2-second gap and just stay away.
Oh my god, Casper's caught right up. He's already right on the back of the 2 leaders. These mediums are absolutely brilliant, and he's got nearly 10 seconds behind. He could do another pit stop to go on the same tyres or even softs. Casper could be our favourite for the win today. Any one of these top 3, they're all on relatively sort of different strategies in terms of tyre life or tyre compounds.
The winners,
this is
you know,
very
we'll see who wins at the end of the day, but we've got a really good battle here for 6th and 7th. Big C really trying to get this move done here. Sparks trying to defend.
Oh, they've hit each other ahead, Blizzard and Lee. That's a big hit, and that surely is front wing damage. I think they've got away with it again. These guys, they can hit each other for 6. They just do not damage themselves. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Did you not see that concept?
That's impressive. I did see it, but you know, you're always going to get little squabbles like that. You know, it's not real life. It's a game. You know, people are going to touch each other and they're going to get away with it. You can't stop it. You just can't stop it. It's just part and parcel of online league racing. And Maxi, you know, you're following this battle quite closely, aren't you? 6th and 7th. You know, what are you seeing at Big C?
I'm seeing, you know, a man of the ages, you know, just sitting back and minding his own business, you know, doing the Big C way.
He's got Alfie all over him now. He's got to watch out there.
Alfie only knows, you know, the occurrence, the event. It's the Big C show, and that's what's going to happen. He won't overtake. At least I hope not. Yeah, see.
Well, I can see on the stream we aren't even looking at lead fight, so I do need to keep you updated what's going on right now. Yellow's Toby's gone, and Ashbest and Jactex as well fighting away. I don't know, we'll see where they ended up.
Yellow flags, there's yellow flags out there somewhere, I'm not sure
where. Toby's dead.
Oh no.
Virtual again. Hopefully no one runs into each other.
Someone needs to pit for the sake of it. Come on, who's going to go in?
I wonder if Casper would even
What's the point?
bother with that. I don't think he would have a chance in making it work. Because I think he has to pit again at the moment.
Then why not pit now? If you've got to pit again, this is the perfect time.
Well, this is it. He'll have a huge gap. He's got more than enough to pit if he wants to, and he's not going to.
Yeah, some people just don't, do they?
Because he could have whacked hards on now and just tried to catch up. But I think what he'd rather do is pass somehow, pull away, go on to even softer times at the end, and then go for it. We're green again. Francis right on the back of Lickle, but doesn't get a move done. But he's right on the back here. Look at Casper as well. Top 3 right up close to each other. Lickle did not have a good restart there. As Sparks falls off the back of Lee, this will help Connor get into DRS and hopefully have a chance of getting by. He's on 8 lap near tyres as well, although around Monaco that's kind of academic, but still, it's worth mentioning. Issue is Blizzard will always close his right back up again because his damage seems just so much more catastrophic. I know that Sparks as well has got damage, but it seems to be affecting Blizzard a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we're only halfway through the race, by the way. There's a lot that's still to happen at the moment. And of course, Big C's final race. Could you tell?
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say, it's been an exhilarating evening so far. 19 laps gone by, and you know what? I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here with you. This has been a brilliant affair here. It's been a cagey affair at times. It's like watching Stoke City versus West Brom in 2015. You know, someone is trying to break the deadlock here, and I don't know who. Is it going to be Blizzard? Is it going to be Lee Finley? Is it going to be Sparks? Or is it going to be Big C? You know, all looking to battle for that 4th place here. It's a brilliant train, but sooner or later someone's bubble will burst, like Allardyce's at West Ham United when his contract came to an end. And Maxi Luca knows all about Allardyce living in the Highlands in Reading.
I mean, that was very, you know, I can't remember the word, central of your Pro Clubs management, bringing up Sam Allardyce. I think that's quite fitting, you know, to be up in Big C's final event, bringing up the Pro Clubs, you know, Big C, an advocate for the Iran Pro Clubs game.
Yes,
just
the race
context in the leading fight again. I know we're going on about the important fight at the moment, but Lickle and Casper have got no penalties. Francis is free, so Casper really needs to get a move on and get by. He's got a chance into turn 1, but he's not going to take it because he may end up killing himself. But he's got a really good chance at the hill. Here he goes, side by side. Oh, he has to back off. But he's really giving it a go at the moment. He's got so much more grip than the racing point ahead with these tyres. But there's just no way through at the moment. He shows himself again in the mirrors, but the typical Monaco problem here is just nothing you can do to get by unless the guy ahead makes a significant mistake.
Can I just say, Steve Bruce in the grandstands here today supporting Lee Finley, and he is looking absolutely petrified as Lee Finley is about to overtake Blizzard here. I think they're going to be making a move shortly. Steve Bruce absolutely petrified. I can just see him there on the grandstands. My goodness. As the tune, a local hero, plays out here at Monte Carlo. Who is going to win this? Is it going to be Lickle, Francis or Casper? There's movement at the back. There's movement. It's Jay Cheetex on Ash Best.
Good try.
Yeah, nothing that.
Jay Cheetex, as I like to refer to him as.
Yeah, I don't think he's a universally popular driver on the grid, is he? From what I've heard.
No.
I don't mind him.
Just want the old days back.
I'm sure Connor does as well. That's why he's leaving, isn't it? Look at Casper. He thinks about it again. He's getting ever so close every lap. If he can just get by this, then Francis is going to fall way off.
Big C here, looking to make a move on Sparks. They're going for it. Oh my goodness me, the 7-time champion. Look at the way he's making this move.
You've got to be careful.
No.
Lee's got ahead as well. Sparks has got so much understeer. You can't be going for the moves there. He will just understeer into you. And he did. Lee got by Blizzard during all that.
It doesn't matter.
I was looking at that.
My goodness.
It does. It means that. Well, that is important actually. It's pretty important that because it means that in the context of the leading fight, remember them. It means that it's now Lee with no damage chasing rather than Blizzard with damage.
Big C going for a move. The massive lock up for Big C, the 7-time champion, looking a lot like Pat Butcher. He's looking a lot like. Sorry, he's looking a lot.
Have you seen it?
Doesn't matter about the wind. He's looking a lot like Pat Butcher during the last days in EastEnders.
He's got a pit. Sparks has got a pit. That's too much damage now. He's got to pit. There's a Ferrari front wing there as well.
Is that the Ferrari?
It is. It's Casper's. Casper's front wing lying at Raskas. That is really going to hamper his chances of victory today. We missed it, but he's broke that front wing.
My goodness me.
And Sparks has stayed out. What's wrong with him?
I'm doing in the mood of the Big C show. Because it's Big C's last race, and it's all about Big C.
Yeah, oh, he's going for a move here on Sparks. He's got to do it now. Sparks just needs to let this man go. Big C just needs to force him out of the track, you know. Just get him out of the way. He's so much faster. Look at the way Big C is hounding this man. As I said, he's looking a lot like Pat Butcher during the last days on EastEnders. Big C really trying to make a move anyhow.
That didn't end well for her, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be that guy, like...
Don't need to worry.
Sorry. Anyway, back to not dying from cancer, or whatever the hell it was. I don't actually remember that. I used to watch it, you see. I used to be a mega fan.
Oh, Big C! Big C's going to go for a move here on Sparks. Oh, there's a bit of a lag
Just
spike.
isn't. Sorry. Sorry to be that guy again.
That's alright. He does look a lot like
He's
Pat
an
Butcher.
experienced legend. If he went for that, he might as well. He is having his P45 in, but he might as well do it right there on the spot. You know, you've got to wait till that 39 to go for that type of move, and just hope and pray.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got to do something. He's just got to force him out. Come on, do it like he did it to Ash Best.
Ah, the McLaren just has so little grip, but he's just putting his car in the middle of the track. It's perfect defence from Sparks.
Yeah.
Just not very popular with the locals, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Might be a time to spam Sparks with some PlayStation messages to get him out the way.
Look at this, Connor's pushing him around the corners like top 3 separated by a second, so it looks like, if anything, Lickle on those 17-lap-old hard is starting to struggle a bit. Will he require a pit stop? As Casper, I wonder if that type of that front wing, just having a little dive into Raskas. But I wonder if Lickle's tyres starting to go. Would he need to pit again? Because if he does, that would suggest that Blizzard and Sparks would possibly as well.
Can I just say
and
something?
Casper
The hard
too.
Doesn't matter about Casper and whatnot. The hards can go all the way to the end from lap 1. Doesn't need to pit again. No need. And Big C going for a move around the outside. Oh yes, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Big C up into 6th. Sparks couldn't hang on to that, and what a sensational overtake from the 7-time champion. Moves up into 6th place. If anybody wants to know how to overtake on Monaco, that's how you do it. Brilliant job there for the 7-time champion and Maxi. What do you make of that?
Did see a perfect opportunist overtake, Ian. Unbelievable. That's what you like to see in your last race. Fuck Sparks. Ruining the race, ruining the mood, ruining the day. Just get him out of the league. I'm glad he's in the wall. Gone.
Do you just see the clock turn 9 and just start swearing straight away? We've got 46 people watching this. We've got to be nice and professional. There could be children watching it.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's watching. At the end of the day, it's about celebrating Big C. And this is what this man wanted. This is what this man signed up for. This is what was on the contract when he signed me for this evening. He said, use as much colourful language as you can. He wants an explosion. He wants the limelight. He wants it all. This man loves the attention. Certainly does. And he's up there into 6th.
See why I'm the full-time commentator now. It all makes sense. Sorry, that's me.
I was sacked. I think having Maxi Luca as at one of the final races, I think it was USA, wasn't it, Maxi, where I had you live on stream. I think that was it. That was the turning point where you started sending it down the inside of everyone and their dog. Oh, JT.
Oh, Blizzard! Wow,
Rest in
that's
peace.
big. That is massive.
You know
so
what?
Both the Williams.
Deserved.
Both the Williams are out of Monaco. Connor up to 5th. And that means it's a null day in the championship for them two. I don't know who was 3rd in the championship, but that could possibly affect that. I don't think it will. But let me just check the championship stats, because obviously that's quite important. The top 2 gone.
Yeah, I'm
That's
happy.
never happened before.
I'm delighted. You know what Big C should just do?
I'm sure
just
you
park
are.
it. Park it. We mentioned Sam Allardyce earlier. This man's got to take some inspiration from Big Sam. Park it. Take home what you can. Maxi, could you just check the penalties of Alfie and Mugabe behind?
Right, now it's just turning to your best. Who's this person then?
Aaron, give me an invite and I'll...
So yeah, we're down to 12 runners now. 19 starting this race. It was a full house, but Monaco claimed a lot of culprits. And one man who's known Big C over the years, over the seasons, over the ages, it's QPR Beast, a man who was teammates with Big C once during season 18, finished 4th in a 3-horse race. Louis, you're here with us this evening. Just describe the emotions here as Big C's running in 5th at Monte Carlo.
What?
Doesn't matter.
Jake Tex has just given up.
It doesn't matter. He's
Well, Aaron,
out of the race.
well, it's quite an emotional time for me seeing my ex-teammates, one of the best teammates I've ever had, race around the streets of Monaco.
Francis hits the wall!
It's quite
Francis
incredible.
spins off! He loses 2nd place. I don't care. That's big. That is big. Because now
lost the wing.
Casper is released. Now he's got to get a move on. Sorry, keep going.
That's all right. Louis, Big C.
It really is emotional. This is one of the most corrupt men PSGL has ever seen back in the day, you know. When the car allocations was decided by first come, first serve, telling his mates when the posts were going to go up to decide the car allocation. This is brilliant, you know. So, to see this man's career come to an end, some people may be incredibly happy to see the corruptness come to an end, but I, for one, I'm quite sad. It really is an emotional time.
Yeah, and just on a personal level, you know, you built a lot of friendships with Big C. You know, how does that feel for you? You know, seeing this man's career come to an end, you know, on an emotional level.
Well, you know, a tear has come to my eye, and as you asked me that question, so you know, I'm struggling to hold on to my feelings. But yeah, it's a man who has supported me throughout my title campaign that ultimately ended in me finishing 4th in a 3-horse race. So it really is, you know, the dedication he showed to the cause during that season 18, was quite incredible, and we won the constructors.
Yeah, and what has this man done to PSGL? You know, not only for you, but your friends and your colleagues.
Well, exactly. He's made it a place, you know, to make friends. And obviously have great racing as well. You know, it's a brilliant place, PSGL.
Oh, well,
Doesn't
what
matter.
has he
It's
done?
alright, it's
That's
alright.
a competitor of Connor gone, just in case you're interested. He's just crashed into Alfie and hit the wall.
Rest
So
in
now
peace.
it's only Alfie harrying Connor, and even at that, he's losing time now. So Connor could actually have a clean run to the end here for what would be by far his best finish of the season.
Yeah, it'll be good for him, but penalties may have their say. But Big C, you know, has had such an inspiration on Louis' life, you know, growing up in PSGL. You know,
Yes.
you've turned from a boy to a man. You know, what has this man done for you?
Well, you know, I've spent thousands of hours playing clubs with you and Big C and Giuliano Minu and the rest of you guys. So maybe, you know, maybe I would have got slightly better exam grades if Big C hadn't joined PSGL and Big C hadn't been running leagues. But so be it. It's been a brilliant time. And I'm still shit at clubs, so
No, well, apologies for the language to our viewers. That's the first word we've heard on the street.
What did I say? Did I say this particular word?
Sorry.
No!
Louis, sorry.
Shit.
Louis, I did have one more question for you. You know, you're since you've retired from PSGL, you know, you have become a bit more of a technical analyst. Some may say that you were heavily involved in Big C's strategy for this
I'd say
particular
that
race.
too.
You know, how's his tyre wear looking, just from the information and the research that you've done prior to this race?
Well, I can see there's got a fluctuation in the data from the calculated mean, and so the undulations of the Monaco streets are causing quite an issue with the rear sizer and a bit of oversteer at the rear. You know, there's a bit of an issue there, but there's a problem there. But it's all right. It's all right. I'm sure it'll come home in a very respectable position.
And
Be able
is
to
that a
keep these tyres
problem
on
that
to
can
the
be
end.
mitigated before the end of this race? Will he hang on?
Well, you're just going to get through the graining period here, and I think it's a problem that can be mitigated quite well. But we'll see. We'll see. The undulations, as I said, are causing a few issues. You know, moving up and down, side to side.
Just to go a bit more into the undulations, you know, Max, so you've driven Monaco a lot of times, you know, where the track undulates, you know, towards the end of Sector 1, you know, you've got to brake really heavily down into that corner,
Can you switch to Casper, please? Thank you.
Don't you worry. But when you brake into Mirabeau, Maxi, you know, how do you control yourself through the undulation?
I mean, you need a nice set of big cojones. when you go into mirror, but you know, nice and heavy on the brake pedal. You know, all
Watching
the
Big
bollock
C.
power into the brake pedal. You know, and then feather it. You know, nice and slow. You know, stroke the brake pedal in as you go into the corner.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wept.
We're just on board here with Casper now at the moment. Lickle's leading this race. Is a man who I'd love to see win it. You know, he's a good friend of mine. And I just hope Casper respects his podium. You've got Francis there who's catching up as well in the background.
I want to see Casper win it, honestly, with this, with the damaged car and the slightly interesting strategy. I want to see him give it a go.
But at the end of the day, you know, people don't know who Casper is. They don't know
It's
who
a
Francis
popularity
is.
contest.
If you've been watching PSGL F1 this season, as you
No, I don't know who these people are. I only know Big C.
I only know the guy that's not going to be here anymore.
There's only one name that strikes a chord with my heartstrings, and that is Big C. None of these other rubbish. You know,
That's the one that hasn't got a clue what he's doing anymore. That's the one that's leaving because he got dementia or something.
Whatever.
Oh dear.
Big C.
I'm focusing on the current stars because
you know what?
I'm
It's
here
Big C
the whole
for
season.
me. Yeah.
Well,
I'm focusing on Casper and Lickle,
I have
especially Casper.
Can I just say something? I have a funny feeling one could be sacked this evening for good.
Such in the evening. In the evening, some would say.
Alright, enough.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
What has Big C, how has he impacted on your life? What does he mean to you as a man, a voice behind a screen?
Well, when I first started league racing, it was actually through Big C that I joined my first ever league. You know, signed up to the Codemasters forums. You know, you saw people like AMS on there. You know, jibber jabbering around. Yeah,
Casper!
Right, let me look at him. One
He's
second.
giving it a go.
Calm down,
have some
calm
respect.
That is brave, but he nearly made it work. I'm sorry, right? If these two collide, who's on the podium? So shut up and watch the race. Because he's giving us a go, Casper, right now, and he nearly got it. He was inches away. He's really giving us a good go.
But what a race for Lickle. First race on that wheel. You know, what a tremendous job at Monaco. But back onto your question, Louis, about what Big C's done for my life. He was the man who introduced me to league racing. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be seeing this race on PSGL.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that today. If it wasn't for me and Big C, you know, linking up in 2011, you will not be seeing this race or this stream on PSGL. No doubt about it, as Sir Alex Ferguson would say. Someone said Zenki's dead. It doesn't matter. We don't know who he is.
Is he?
Yeah, Jay Cheatex, so we'll move up into the final
that's the name
position.
I know. That's the name.
Jay Shitex.
Enough.
Yeah, fantastic.
Enough. Can we have
driver.
some respect for these drivers? But yeah, Casper looking to make a move on Lickle. You know, a few laps to go. And look at the
Now
way.
you focus on it when there's no chance of the move happening, but when they're side by side on the hill, you just
Will
leave
Murdoch,
it.
Will Murdoch, sorry, has just made
That's
a
a
move on Spark.
huge slide there from Casper. I wonder if his tires are starting to go now.
Big C's
Is he
got
going to
you.
get a little bit more touchy on the steering wheel? Is he going to end up hitting Lickle into a spin and himself and crashing each other out and possibly giving Connor the podium, and that will give you a reason to watch the fight for the lead of the race in case it all goes tits up?
Right.
Please?
I've got to say something, Owen. Can we chat the penalties for Alfie and Lakitu? Because I know Big C's
Ignore
got
the
one.
leaders, ignore the long-lasting effects of this race.
It's Monaco.
Okay, I get it, right? I'm the full-time. I've got to keep an eye on this just in case anything happens. Right, so Connor...
No, Big C is the full-time. His name lives on. I don't even understand. You know, he's Mr. Monday Night. Mr. Wyatt, come on.
Mr. Tuesday night in the present.
Lakiti's got no penalties, Alfie's got one penalty, Connor's got one penalty, I think.
Lovely jump.
Can we talk about Mr. Tuesday Night, please?
No, I don't.
I do think we need to bring a bit of air to it.
Enough. I don't think we can talk about people like Jodion and Manu, a man who's won nothing in his PSGL career. You know, is just there for the sake of it.
Oh, there's a fight here with Connor and Alfie. Alfie got ahead momentarily, but Connor's tyres has to be gone. You'd think being the superfan GR you're watching, but look at it, here he goes, defensive on the inside. Good defence there from the old man, but he's lost it in the turn one.
Oh my goodness me!
Alfie gets
the
ahead.
7-time champion, struggling
Good
like
move.
a pig, and he loses that position. That is disastrous. The 7-time champion struggling, and he might lose another position. You know what? If I was Big C, I'd just let him go and just take home 7th. I'd just let him go, just secure, just make this race secure. Just let the guy go. And look at that! Oh, nice little brake test there.
I think Casper hit the wall on this lap, and I wonder if his tyres are just gone for him now.
Yeah, I think
because he's lost so much time.
The tyres have
and
come
he's got
to
a
an
penalty.
end. Yeah, it's come to an end. As Nelly Furtado once sung back in 2000, so all good things come to an end, and the same with Big C.
So stupid.
Oh my goodness me! There's a 5-second penalty there for Alfie.
Again, Alfie's been pushed off the track and given a penalty for it.
Yes.
And the guy that's pushed him off the track
move, isn't
has
it?
got away
I've
with
never
it.
seen something
so good. That is
He's
really
got
quite amazing.
He's got a good 8 seconds here, Alfie, of penalties to get removed after this. Jake Dixon
Nothing gets
disqualified.
removed.
That is how you defend the position.
This is going to end in the wall. This is ending in the
I
wall.
can't even hear myself think.
Genuinely.
Oh, you know what? I just want to
angry.
see someone crash.
Come on, get in the wall.
Virtual
Come
again.
on.
Oh, virtual
Come on.
again. That's the front wing gone.
Hurry up.
Alfie straight into the back of corner for the 5th or 6th time there in about 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Come on.
This time, that win is ruined. That win is
More
pretty
win.
much ended. Connor will get away. Well, actually, no. That was entirely Connor's fault for starting
No.
But luckily, he can't get penalised for the next race.
No.
Because there isn't a next race. We go green again, which of course in Alfie's
throwing
terms might
shade.
well mean kill mode, but we'll wait and see. Francis is now into this lead fight again, you could argue. Casper as well. The top freak is still
Sorry,
in the ball.
safety car's restarted. The virtual safety car has
said that.
restarted.
No, please let her in speak. Thank you.
Oh, there's a corner cut here. There's a corner cut here. Alfie, another penalty.
wow.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. But where's Casper? Where's Casper? 37 of 39. That is the lap count. Is he going to make a move on Lickle? Doesn't look like it for the time being. But there is a move here between Lequito and Alfie.
Jeez.
As the Red Bull surely has to
tried.
retire to the pit lane, and he does. He retires to the pit lane. What a disastrous few laps for this man. Tried to take on Big C, failed, and perishes like he would. But where is Big C? Up into 5th. Lovely, jubbly. And Alfie will come back out in 8th. And Ash Best, a solitary point, a lap down.
How many penalties has Francis got now? He must have a good 5 or 6 penalties. He's got 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's only got 4. That's impressive, but that means that Lee can't pass him on penalties at the moment, but he is racking the penalties up at the moment. He's not in this fight. It's only Casper and Lickle, and even at that, I'm pretty sure Lickle's got no penalties and Casper's got 1. And a damaged wing.
Oh, thank God.
Which doesn't help.
Thank God. You know what? I will be one of the happiest men on this planet to see Little Blocks win. A good friend, to the show. A good friend to the stream. A man who's improved his racecraft ever since he joined PSGL. People didn't like him when he first joined the site, but he's matured into a fine gentleman, a fine commentator, a fine ambassador for PSGL. And this win will mean a lot for a man racing on a wheel for the first time in the Alfa Romeo. It'll be the first victory for Sauber, for Alfa Romeo at Monaco since season 10.
Alfie is just slotting himself in the 4th car on the road there. So I don't know what this is all about.
No, well, I don't see anything wrong with that. He's got to let the top 3 go, hasn't he? Because at the end of the day, he's not involved in that fight, so he just let him go. And you know what? That's a fine, honourable thing.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's honourable. It's honourable. That's what you've got to do. As we start the final lap here, and Little Blocks looking to take home a fine victory. It's been an emotional affair, heated affair, a cagey affair here at Monte Carlo. Lap 39 of 39. We are reaching the end. It's one more sleep for Big C, one more lap. As the famous Leona Lewis Christmas hit song would indicate. And Big C knows that there's only a few more corners until we can finally breathe again. But for Lickle, it's a new leash of life on that wheel. It's been an emotional evening, and Owen, I wouldn't have wanted to spend it anywhere else but here with you as we see the cars enter the tunnel. It's been cagey. We've had record viewing figures on the stream.
Yeah, I know, it's a shame now, isn't it? We missed everything.
Doesn't matter. People have tuned in for the drama. They've tuned in for the occasion. Doesn't matter watching these drivers dilly-dally around. When you've got people like Big C on the grid, you can pull the numbers in. But
would you say they've tuned in for you? And I think really, the credit must come to you.
Hold on a second.
Can we just take this driver to the line here?
Can we just finish the race and then start slabbering? Right, Lickle then is going to become only the second non-Williams winner this season after Sparks. Coming to the line, a dominant race in Monaco. Great strategy as well. Casper second, also a very impressive strategy, and Francis third. We'll see Lee coming home fourth. He kept his nose clean. It's a great race for him as well. He was panicking earlier, wasn't he?
Owen, I'd love to take Big C to the line, knowing this man for a good part of 9 years. He's a good friend of mine, and you know what? Such an emotional evening. On penalties, I believe he'll finish 6th, but it's been a valiant effort, a valiant fight, a fine strategic drive for the 7-time champion. For one last time here at glamorous Monaco, he crosses the line and he will take home what will be a fantastic 6th place, and such emotion in the Alfa Romeo garage. Their 1st and 6th, their best result since Iran and HD back in 2010. My goodness me, such emotions here. But you know what? What about Ash Best? A true embarrassment.
He got a point.
But he got a point. But Big C, what a legend. This man. It's all about him today. 6th place. Phenomenal. You know what? We're going to hear from this man in just a moment.
Can we hear from the podium as well, please? Thank you.
No.
We will.
Yes, this is my job.
Take us through this podium.
I don't think you understand.
I disagree.
What's happening on the podium here?
Well, they're going to celebrate now. Their great race that no one watched. Lickle the winner. As I say, the second non-Williams winner of the season after Sparks in Canada. A great performance from him. And the one stop working for him. Casper, you've got to give him credit for going from the softs to the mediums with the long first stint on the softs. Very impressive. And Francis, he'll take that, I'm sure.
Oh, well, that man will take anything, He'll take anything.
To come home and take 3rd place and take 10 points. He will love that.
Anything
so a very
with a
happy
pulse.
podium, I'd imagine.
So yeah, we're going to hear from the podium finishers, and obviously Big C. Yeah.
Chop. Come on, I've got to do my job here.
Don't worry.
Employed for a reason.
Yeah, well, let's be honest, mate. There's no written contract. There's no legislation here for.
Connor's going to join the party as well. I'm going to make him. He's going to see that I'm doing my job. When he watches this back, he will see my determination to actually watch the race.
Would you agree? The viewing figures from today suggest there is a mandate for you.
No, none of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been getting views on this all season. I don't know what you're on about.
No.
disagree.
Maybe not consistently in the 40s or the 50s, but certainly in the 30s. Certainly been sitting in the 30s nice and happily. It's not my fault no one likes me, alright?
Oh, we love you.
I try my best.
No, we love you, yeah.
You know.
Sorry.
I know you have no idea what I was shouting about that entire race, but I promise you. It was an interesting race going on. For Monaco standards, I was loving it.
That's good.
Well, I'm sure for those of you still tuning in, please hang on for a moment. We're going to hear from some special people. We're hearing from some special people. If you tune off now, you're disrespecting Big C, the 7-time champion. You don't want to disrespect that man. You want to hear from him, because this man has got a lot to say. He's a furious man, and he's going to be with us very, very shortly.
There are also some very happy podium sitters you're going to get to see, who have all had very good races and are all going to be very excited to talk to me. Me.
Yeah. All right.
Me. Me.
Well, we will hear.
Right, can we get rid of someone? We haven't got enough room for everyone now.
There's a 6 increase the limit.
No, 16.
Oh wait, no, we do. Oh yeah, I forgot. But no.
Let's just
We don't.
wait.
Please don't have 16 in here.
Right, just wait a
Oh
moment.
yeah, the grid, Aaron, needs to be
Just
involved.
get the whole grid in there. Everyone who finished, we'll talk to all of them.
Wait a moment, please. I need to hear from this man. I don't know where he
I'll be
is.
here all night, people. I just want to do my job. I want to go to bed.
Who's on the Snapchat call?
Ooh yeah.
Join.
Oh yeah.
Right, so you know what? We're not going to waste any time as we wait for the podium
really?
finishers to come in.
That's special, isn't it? Sorry.
It is special, Mr. Owen, and I think the respect is owed to this man for what a sensational drive from 15th on the grid to come home in 6th place. You know what? I've never been more delighted this evening to see this man finish in such a brilliant position in the Alfa Romeo. You know, your teammate finished first, Big C, in Little Blocks. Tremendous evening for him. But for you to finish 6th in 15th, you know, Sauber, Alfa Romeo's best days seen since the Iran and HD partnership 10 seasons ago. You know, you must be absolutely over the moon during your last race to finish in a position like that. You know, just describe your emotions.
Firstly, I'd like to say thanks everyone for watching, and obviously Owen for commentating with yourself, Erin, and obviously our special guests. So yeah,
Thank
everyone
you. No,
on
thank
this
you.
momentous day for the side.
There's certainly something. I wouldn't say a special guest, but...
Oh,
Well, yeah,
no, we're
obviously.
special in our own way.
Anyway, obviously well done to my teammate Little on the win, and yeah, obviously it was an exciting race. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I put on a good show, some great battles with Sparks, and obviously Alfie thought it'd be okay if he hit me to overtake me, so I had to do the same, and you know, I got the position. So I think it was just hard racing in the final race. If I get a penalty, I don't care.
You know,
So-
Alfie got 8 seconds of penalties in that race just for being shoved off by people. Wasn't his fault in the slightest. I feel so sorry for him. He had his race ruined.
Let's not go into things like that, because it's not about Alfie. It's not about this or that. You know, the day's about Big C. It's his last race. He's a legend to the PSGL side, and he should be celebrated. And I know Louis had a question for Big C on that race.
Did I really? Yeah. How did you find the undulation on the Monaco streets, Big C?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. I can't really get the car, turned in. I can't get the rotation on the front tyre. It's a bit too much oscillation, Louis, on the tyre. So it was very difficult for me. But I think Lickle, really handled that a lot better than I did.
Yeah. So, are there any words you have for Iran and Jolianu Menu? Who have been big influences on your career? Some would say.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've known Iran and Joel for like 9 years, basically, in league racing, and obviously they were my main friends for so long. Obviously they've gone to live their own lives, work and all that jazz, so it's a shame, and obviously miss having them around, but I think that's just what happens when you get into your mid-20s, really. So, but yeah, obviously, great friends, great respect, and a lot of good memories.
I do agree.
No, well, I'm really delighted to hear that, Big C. There are some people in the chat who are requesting to see a PSGL Christmas special, including Big C. I don't know in what way, but is that something you can make come true for these particular fans in the comment section?
Well, I thought this was a Christmas special, no?
We'll see what Alex and I can really conjure up over the next few days. But,
Who's Alex?
AM.
Right, let's not laugh about people's names. So, Big C, your teammates won today. Your career's come to an end, but I think today we've seen a new rebirth, a new beginning. And for a man racing on the wheel for the very first time, in Little Blocks, back on the F1 grid, do you just want to, describe what this man means to you on the PSGL grid?
Oh, I mean, obviously Little's time PSGL's been quite indifferent. He's quite a bit of an immature little long to begin with, but now he's developed into a fine young driver, and he's a great guy to speak to, and yeah, I'm friends with him now. So I think the league will be in good hands when I do step down from admin, because Little will be my replacement, and obviously he's a top driver, and hopefully we can see him take more wins here. But I think that's not questions for me.
No, we will come back to you.
Yeah. Speaking of which, can I actually talk to the race winner? Do my job that I was employed to do.
Disagree.
Well, there's no employment contract in place, but you're more than welcome to speak to Lickle, a man who I've known.
I'm sorry, I want to know how
very
Lickle
well.
did that qualifying lap. Nearly 4/10 clear of the field. I want to know how you did that. So explain, please. Hello.
Hi, I don't know really, just drove.
That's exciting, isn't it?
And then some asked 4 tenths quicker than Louis, but yeah, that's how I done the lap really.
What about the pressure from Casper as well in the race? Because you had quite a lot of hairy moments, especially at the top of the hill at the casino. One particular lap, Casper really got you. So what was that like trying to defend that the whole race?
I tried staying as calm as possible. Made sure Dad just cover off every move he goes to. He didn't really get many opportunities, so pretty much whenever it got to a straight, I just upped the fuel and and yeah.
Well, I've just got an order from the man upstairs on the stream. Big C wants to ask a question to Little Blocks based on that race.
What are you about?
Big C all flustered.
I am so happy this is a one-off. I can't wait to go back to doing solo comms.
Well, basically, Big C, you know, you've
All right. Well,
you've done a lot. You've done a lot on PSGL, but you know, how does it feel to finally be exiting a league that you've loved and cherished for so long, for so many years? You know, does it feel like a relief? You know.
Aaron, kick him.
Talk less, do more.
We've got 2 different conversations going on here.
Right, I do apologise. Sorry, I do apologise quite. I do apologise quite profusely. Big C's made an order there. So, Big C, you're exiting PSGL after such a long time. You know, so many emotions, so many memories. You know, so many friends that you've made along the way, and to be leaving at Monaco, you know, after so many years. You know, how do you feel at the moment?
Yeah, obviously, it's been a big part of my Monday evenings for the last 6 years or so. If anyone's wondering why my voice sounds like it's been a bit ill. So, but yeah, obviously, I've enjoyed my time in PSGL profusely, and obviously I'll miss the competitive nature, and I think more importantly, you know, you don't stay somewhere just for the racing. I think the people, obviously the guys in the party, the likes of Maxi, Louis, Aaron, others, certainly have made me stay and enjoy it even more so. So yeah, obviously a lot. And
insert Tisma's cat gif.
But it's a good time to end.
We've got to wrap up. Thank you, Lickle, for your amazing display, and also to Lee Finley here, who we are unable to hear from due to time constraints.
Oh dear.
We do apologise profusely for that. But one thing left to say: don't cry because it's over. Smile because it's happened. Thank you, Big C, for all the memories. Goodbye.